Hey guys, in today's video we're going to look at a Leetcode problem, and the problem's name is Alice and Bob playing flower game. So in this question, Alice and Bob are playing a turn-based game in a circular field surrounded by flowers. So there is a circular field and Alice or Bob are placed at two positions. Let's take Alice is here and Bob is here. And the circle represents the field and there are X flowers in the clockwise direction. So clockwise direction is this way, right? So there are X flowers. So let's take X flowers here and Y flowers in the anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise is this direction. So there are Y flowers in this part between Alice and Bob. And now there are three rules. First rule is that Alice takes the first turn. So Alice starts the game. And in each turn, a player must choose the clockwise or anti-clockwise direction and pick one flower from that side. If Alice picks one flower, she will pick a flower from this side that will be counted to her. And at the end of the turn, if there are no flowers left at all, the current player captures the opponent and wins the game. So for example, if there are three flowers, Alice picks the first flower and Bob picked this flower and now Alice picked this flower. And now Bob doesn't have any flowers to be picked. So Alice's score is 2 and Bob's score is 1. And now Bob has to pick, but he's not able to pick because there are no flowers. So that is why Alice will be the winner. And we are given two integers n and m as input, and our task is to compute the number of pairs x, y. So we have to form pairs x, y, where x lies between the range 1 and n inclusive, and y lies in the range 1 and m inclusive, where n and m are given as inputs. And the most important thing is that this point, Alice must win the game according to the described rules here. We have to form our pairs such that we have to make Alice win. So to make Alice win, we have to make sure that Alice picks more than Bob, and now it's Bob's turn, and when Bob's turn is there shouldn't be any more flowers. And this is the main point, as Alice is always going to start. We have to make sure that the sum of flowers in both X side and Y side, which will be our pair, should be odd. So like we took example, Alice will pick the first flower, Bob will pick the next, Alice will pick again, and 3 flowers are done. And now Bob has to pick again, but there are 0 flowers left. And this is our main condition. We have to form pairs x, y, where x lies between the range n and x is in the clockwise direction, right? So we have to see in this clockwise direction between Alice and Bob, there are n flowers it seems. In the anti-clockwise direction, there are m flowers, and y will be between the range 1 and n inclusive. So now x plus y should be odd, right? To make Alice win the game. So we have to form combinations where x will be between 1 and n and y will be between 1 and m. So let's take this example given to us. So n is equal to 3 and m is equal to 2. So there are 3 flowers here and there are 2 flowers here. And this condition is important, x plus y is equal to odd. So what can be the odd numbers between the range 1 through n? So there will be 1, 3 are the odd numbers, and here from 1 to 2, the odd numbers are 1. So if n is odd, m should be even. So if x is equal to 1, then the other even range, which should be between 1 and 2, is 2. And now if here it is 3, here it should be even, right? Even again is 2. And now if this is even, this should be odd. And odd number between this range is 1. So these are the 3 pairs. So now let's take a look at the code. So again, x plus y is equal to odd, right? So this is the condition we need to check because we need to make Alice win the game. And now this x is between the range 1 and n inclusive and y is between the range 1 and m. So if x is odd, this should be even, only then this will be odd. So let's take numbers 1 through, so let's take these numbers. Let's pick a odd number 3. And for the output to be odd, we have to add an even number to it. So we can add any even number 2, 4, 6. So if we add 2, we get 5. If we add 3 plus 4, you get 7. If we add 3 plus 6, you get 9. So if it is an odd number and you add an even number, you'll get odd as the output. So that is why first I'm checking how many odd numbers will be for n value. So it will be n by 2 plus 1. So this will be odd and even will be n by 2, right? And now similarly we have to do for m. Odd numbers will be m by 2 plus 1 and even numbers will be m by 2. And now if we take one odd, we have to take one even. So that is what I'm doing here. If I take one odd, I'm taking one even. And if I take one odd, I'm taking one even. And finally, I'm returning it as the output. So the time complexity of this approach is O of 1 and the space complexity is also O of 1. That's it guys. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.